You're one of them.
I war. You're one of them. You say. All right. Black Flag, man. Rollins. I was lucky enough to see Rollins band at the Villard Room at Vassar College when I was in college. That was on the Lifetime. That band was great too. But today, talk a little bit about the 80s and like hardcore punk. So I was a metalhead kid, and of course I liked the classics: Maiden, Priest, Sabbath, and then 83, of course, Metallica, like that whole kind of like thrash movement. And then a little bit after, right around there, same time, there was a lot of hardcore influence, especially where I was from outside of New York. And so today we're going to look at some of my favorite old school hardcore bands, and then we'll have a little hockey time. All right. Their old stuff was very, it was punky, but it had this metal edge. And then this album, Crossover, it was really a metal album, like a thrash metal album. And I still love those guys. I think they're one of the greatest influences on my outcome, or the way I look at things, too. Of course, back in those days, Agnostic Front, Victim in Pain. These guys were New York bands, so they were pretty kick butt, and a lot of political themes. I love this band, Angry Samoans. I think they were from California. My Old Man's Fatso. Again, they talked a lot about it. They were a little bit sillier, but still social issues. How about the Ramones? Talk about classics. And again, silly. But they all had some like commentary. Sheena is a Punk Rocker is a great song on here. There's No Stopping the Cretins from Hoppin'. So, it's a great record. MDC. I never really knew what that stood for. I knew this album was called Millions of Dead Cops. I think it was the Multi-Death Corporation was the name of the band. And okay, that's enough. And anyway, John Wayne was a Nazi. This band, I think, was from Texas, of all places. Austin, maybe. There's Cro-Mags, of course, they were in New York as well. They came a little later. No, they were around, but they came out there. This record came out probably 87. Another cool band. I think these guys from Long Island, Crumbsuckers. So they played a lot of New York area. And they were very much kind of those crossover thrash bands, but with more punk themes and metal themes. So there they were. What did you think? Comment below. What are some of your old favorite hardcore bands from the 80s? And I think they did a lot in shaping how metal. I think what I liked them the best is like they shaped how thrash metal was, but hardcore, there was always something meaningful there. I love Dio singing about dragons and crap, but like to me, there's like protest, and that's obviously been a big influence on me and Executive Disorder and our work that we've done. All right, enough of that. Let's get some old time hockey time. Old time hockey time. Since we're in the 80s, we're gonna go back and check on the old Battle of Alberta. There's a pretty good tilt here. Flames and Oilers.
Here they go.
There's some great players in both those teams. This is 86, and if you remember, 86 is when Flames upset Oilers in the playoffs.
Well, everybody on the ice is going at it again.
Everybody's going at it. Big Joel
Well, here's
Otto,
Poplinsky. Who's he going
Semenko,
with? Dr. Randy Gregg, I believe. Semenko is going with
Tavish
Conroy.
fighting.
Over on the inside the Oilers zone, their bodies all over the ice. And this is becoming relatively disgusting.
The referee pulling them apart. Jim Poplinski. There's some great players on these teams.
He just brought his knee up.
Old time hockey time. Let's go.
Started with Kevin Lowe and Kerry.